All right, unmute yourself for me, please, Mr. Johnson. I'm going to handle your case first.
Morning, this is cause number 2019-01926 in the interest of Africa Graves Johnson. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Kanisha Denise Roy, and I am the mother of the child.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
David Johnson. I'm her father.
All right, and Miss Waltrip, were you counsel? No, this is a different
No.
case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, they're both pro se.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we've got a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
No, Your Honor, we do not.
Your Honor, I would like to start with some opening statements.
Sir, that's not the procedure yet.
Okay.
All right, so what is the current child support?
The current obligation, Your Honor, is $364.
Okay. And we don't have any stipulations whatsoever, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, first I would ask that you take judicial notice of the prior order signed on January 17th of 2020. In that order, the court ordered Mr. Johnson to pay $364 beginning February 1st of 2020, sir.
Hold on, let me look at it. Mm. What was the date of that order?
January 17th of 2020, Your Honor.
2020?
Yes, sir.
Agreed judgment? Okay.
Should be titled Order and Suit Affecting the Parent-Child Relationship.
I see it. Okay. Let me look at the support provisions. $364 a month. All right. All right, the court will take the judicial notice of that order.
Thank you, Your Honor. Also, at this time, I would like to offer what is marked as State's Exhibit A, the updated pay record in this case, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit A. Maria, you got State's Exhibit A? This is the Clark case.
This is a Johnson case, Your Honor.
All right, hold on a minute. We're looking for the State's Exhibit A on the Johnson case. All right, sorry, it was behind this one. Okay, State's Exhibit A, which is the financial activity report. You're introducing that into evidence, is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, any objections, me looking at this financial activity report, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, I would just like to clarify what you're seeing. So I think the narrative
Hold
is
on, hold on. What I'm saying is the financial activity report. Do you have a legal objection to me looking at the financial activity report?
no, sir.
Miss, I found it. Miss Roy, do you have any objection of me looking at the financial activity report?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right, State's Exhibit A then is admitted. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor. May I call my first witness, Your Honor?
yes.
The state calls David Sean Johnson. Mr. Johnson, you are the father of Africa Graves Johnson, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you are seeking a downward modification in this case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And why are you seeking a downward modification of your child support in this case?
I am seeking a modification because the current order doesn't allow room for market adjustments. So under like the current percentage that's being taken out, if I decrease my amount of work hours, it leaves me with no money because child support plus the arrearage takes the rest of my check. I do have here discovery that shows I have a check for $0.00, in which the state took all of my
Objection,
funds.
Your Honor, narrative.
All right, sustain. All right, you're looking to lower your child support because you think it's too much, basically. Is that correct?
I'm looking to lower it to a reasonable amount that I don't ever have to change again.
All right. Well, that's that it's always subject to change, sir. But anyway, we'll proceed. Go ahead. Next question, Ms. Jeffries.
All right, and how much are you making right now, Mr. Johnson?
Right now I'm just a student. I'm a full-time student and I work part-time at HEB. However, I'm on leave. And I make about $16 an hour on average, about 10 to 15 hours a week.
Okay. And does HEB have any health insurance available for the children or for your child?
Yes, ma'am. I have my daughter on my HEB health insurance, which you're eligible for after 3 years.
Okay, and how much is the health insurance per month?
It's about $80.
Okay, $80. Is that just for Africa or is that for you and Africa?
That's the entire medical plan. It's like a family plan. Family
Okay,
medical.
so $80 and that is for medical insurance. Does it cover dental insurance at all?
No, I think it's just medical. Everything's just medical.
Okay, so $80 a month to cover her for health insurance. Now you mentioned that you average anywhere from 10 to 15 hours a week. Is it closer to 15 hours a week or are you saying it's only 10 hours a week?
Let's see here. I think this is what gets lost in translation is
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
All right, sir.
okay.
Listen to the question.
Probably 10.
Closer to 10 hours a week. Okay. And so as far as your income, you're saying you also mentioned that you were laid off. What do you mean when you say you were laid off? Or
Well,
I'm sorry, you said you're on leave.
yes. I've been in school for a while, and I've been just trying to finish. And the thing is if my income is reduced drastically, I can't pay for more school. So it just prolongates the amount of time I spend in school and paying for school. So,
Okay, so your leave is
uh,
associated with the fact that you're in school full time?
yes, ma'am. I'm in school for full time, which makes my hours of at work fluctuate. Um, and that's really been the issue. So right now, yeah, I'm at HEB and I'm on leave for school so I can finish. And I'm living off financial aid right now.
Okay. And financial aid, how much do you get from that?
Right now I am getting loans.
Okay, so just loans. And on
Loans.
average, how much is that a semester, the financial aid that you're getting?
Um, well, there is no average because I've been on military benefits and scholarship. This is literally probably the first semester I've used um loans. This semester I only took out $2,000 to pay for the cost of my classes and books and to get my laptop repaired.
And you mentioned military benefits. What type of military benefit do you get, sir?
VFW chapter 33.
And how much is that a month, sir?
Oh, that's just it's not a stipend. It's just veteran benefit preference.
Okay, so there's not any monetary benefit. You said that you lived off of
I
it.
don't have any monetary money coming in right now except financial aid, which I use to pay my rent.
Okay, so the $2,000 that you get or that you took out, that covers your rent and your expenses for the whole year, for the whole semester, the $2,000?
Not the whole semester. I just take out what I need. Right now, I worked out some agreements with my landlord. So yeah, I was working. I'm trying to get unemployment, but right now that hasn't kicked in yet. So I needed to get an answer on this. So
Okay, how much is your rent, sir?
my rent is $650,
All right.
and it was reduced because of Corona.
Okay, so $650 a month, and you said you took out $2,000 in financial aid.
I did get grants too, by the way. Um, um, I mean, I got grants. I am eligible for grants because again, I only reported part-time income from HEB. So I use my financial aid package to take care of my living expenses. I specifically use my loans to pay my rent. Everything else went towards educational expenses. I don't do anything but go to school and work from home. And right now I'm not working.
Okay. And do you have any other children under 18, sir?
Yes, I have a son who is 13. Our birthdays on the same day.
Okay. And so how much do you believe that you should be paying for child support?
So this is the thing. I am a believer in entrepreneurship and self-employment. So I don't have an issue making money or being.
Objection, Your Honor, not responsive.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
She just asked you for an amount, sir.
I think $100 a month for one child in addition to the arrears, because that allows growth and room for me to, it doesn't affect my quality of life or sovereignty or autonomy.
Okay. And um, you believe that the court should approve an order that you only pay child support of $100 per month and that you cover the health insurance for $80 per month, correct?
No, that's the stipulations that the court presented to me. I would add to that if I could.
No, sir. I just want to know, are you saying you should only pay $100 for child support, correct? Based on your
Uh,
current situation?
I think one with one child or both children each, I can afford to pay $100 for both children, which equals $200 a month in addition to the arrears.
Okay.
In the past, if the amount is set too high, in addition to the arrears, that's what causes my check to equal $0, as I showed before. How if I decrease my hours worked, I don't get any money, and I want to prevent that.
Okay, did you bring any check stubs showing your hourly wages from HEB right now?
No, ma'am. I have brought in Discovery in the past, and it was thrown out by the AOG at the time.
Okay, did you bring any information regarding your tax return, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I would also like to include that when I file taxes, I haven't filed for any of my children, and it's because the mothers have specifically filed for my children each year. So I haven't benefited from any of my rights as a father financially, and that contributes to my economic, difficulties, especially
Okay,
now.
and what does your tax return show for 2020 if you did file them? Your gross income.
Can I just grab them real quick? Just right here.
You
Sure.
should have them.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. Sorry for the delay. All right. I have my tax return transcript for what year did you want, ma'am?
2020, sir.
Let me see if I have 2020.
Have you filed your taxes yet this year, sir?
No, sir. I actually haven't found my tax.
Okay. All right. So we don't have one for 2020.
No.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
For 2019, what was your gross income if you have that right there available?
Second, 2019. Here we go. I have $11,897 per my tax return, which I'll display here on the screen. Or hold on, actually. No, excuse me. Correction. 24.
Okay.
4097.
Okay, $11,897, correct?
Correct.
And were you a full-time student in 2019?
Yes, ma'am. I've been full time, except not in summers.
Okay, I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right. Miss Roy, do you have any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No, not at this time.
All right. Call your next witness, Miss Jeffries.
Thank you. The state calls Kanisha Denise Roy. Miss Roy, you are the mother of Africa Graves Johnson, is that correct?
Yes,
And is it correct that in the last order, he was ordered to pay you $364 for child support in January of 2017?
January 17th, 2020. Yes,
Okay. And how old is Africa now?
she's 2 years.
Okay. And you've heard Mr. Johnson's testimony. He's seeking a downward modification in this case. You believe it's in the best interest of the child that he only pay $100 per month for the child.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You believe it's in the best interest of the child that Mr. Johnson only pay $100 for child support per month?
No,
Okay.
Objection.
You have an legal objection, sir?
Yes, sir. I believe
What is
that it's within her best interest that the child
Well,
received more money, not my daughter's child. I mean, not
okay.
my daughter.
All right. Overruled. Go ahead.
Thank you. And Miss Roy, has her needs changed since the last order was completed? Africa's needs, have they gone up or have they gone down?
So they've gone up. She's grown up.
Okay, what type of expenses does she have every day? Like how much is daycare for her if she's enrolled in daycare?
She is not enrolled in daycare right now due to the fact that I'm not working due to COVID-19. But before, when I had her in daycare, I was paying $150 every 2 weeks.
Okay,
And that was up until March of last year.
okay. And then are there any other major expenses day to day that you cover for Africa? Ms. Roy, you're muted.
Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you, ma'am.
Ms. Roy,
Ma'am, we need to unmute yourself.
Hello.
There you go. Okay, now you've unmuted yourself. Now go ahead.
Sorry, my phone was ringing and it muted me. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
All right.
Yeah.
so I was just asking, is there any other major expense that you have to cover for Africa right now?
No, besides her next doctor's appointment.
Okay. And so you believe that $100 is not enough to meet her day-to-day expenses, is that correct, per month?
I mean, it'll be okay. It's fine.
All right. And as far as her arrears, well, I have nothing further. You're saying that you're okay with Mr. Johnson at this time, ma'am?
Right. I mean,
All right.
whatever he's able to give, I'm gonna use for her anyway because it's for her. I
Okay.
never.
And my other question is, do you have any private health insurance available for this child, ma'am?
No, I'm doing self-pay at the moment.
Okay. Do you have any dental insurance available for Africa at this time?
That is also self-pay. No.
Okay. Now, as far as the arrears on this case, you were given a pay record. Are you asking this court to order a payout on both of those amounts to get him caught up?
Yes, since it was already filed.
Okay. Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness. I pass the witness.
Mr. Johnson, you have any questions for Ms. Roy?
Yes, sir. So Kanisha, how much would you say it costs to take care of Africa a day?
I mean, there's no set amount. It depends on what we do. With me being unemployed.
Okay. So with that being said, that means that you take what you have and you make do, correct?
Yes.
Kanisha, what expenses do you cover that I don't?
All of them, because I didn't ask.
Kanisha, why don't you ask the father of Africa for money for his daughter, when it's needed for her benefit?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not understanding the nature of this question.
The nature of the question,
Sustain.
excuse me, the nature of the question has to do with her future behavior of needing support. The problem is she doesn't actually.
No. I'm sorry, sir. All we're talking about is whether we're going to modify the support order and
Okay.
confirm their arrearage and how much you're going to be paying on their arrearage and how much you're going to be paying on support heretofore.
Okay, Kanisha, how much do you think I can afford to pay in arrearage in addition to child support, in your honest opinion?
Mr. Johnson, I would have no idea. That would depend on you.
However, are you aware of my current situation of me being a student and not having any income other than my part-time job, just like I'm aware of your situation of not having any income at all?
You were made of that situation, aware of that situation today, just as I was made aware of your situation today.
Okay, so it
As
is
of
relevant.
today.
So, right, so it is relevant, correct?
Today.
Okay, Kanisha, is my presence in my daughter's life more valuable than monetary efforts?
They're equal.
Objection, Your Honor. I just.
Then It doesn't have anything to do with the amount of child support you pay, sir.
Well, I'm just trying to get it to an amount. In the past, Kenesha has stated that I shouldn't even be on support. It's on record. However, the court uses legal precedents to just ignore it. And they ignore a
Objection,
lot of
Your
the.
Honor. Is there a question?
Do you have a question for Ms. Roy, sir?
Okay, so Kenesha, with the $100 in child support that I'm being ordered to pay, in addition to arrearage, what is the arrearage going to cover that the initial $100 is not going to cover?
The arrears would,
Sir, it doesn't make any difference what she does with the money. Okay.
Well,
It
what I'm
doesn't
getting
make
to,
a
sir,
bit of
is
difference what she does with the money. You're obligated to pay child support. What she does with that money is up to her. It's not up to you. It's not up to me to decide that she's spending the money on just on the child. It's not, it really doesn't have anything to do with it.
I agree with that, Your Honor. However, I
Okay.
believe it is a violation of my rights, my 14th Amendment rights specifically, because it takes money from me. It takes away my autonomy as a parent to raise my own
Sir,
children
how,
using
how
that
much
same
do
money.
you how much do you think that you could raise this child on $100 a month?
Sir, I
Do
wouldn't
you
try to
think that
raise,
you could? Do you think that you could?
I wouldn't ever try to raise a child with $100 a month.
But that's what you're offering to pay.
Sir, she is an adult woman. I have rights as a father.
You're
If
an
I
adult
have to work
man.
to pray,
How much do you think it would cost for you to raise this child a month? Certainly
sir,
more than $100 a month. Is that correct?
I agree. That's why I
All right.
wouldn't put my child in that situation.
Well, that's what you're asking me to do, is to reduce this to $100 a month in child
But
support.
sir, I don't believe that child support is a penalty for a failed relationship.
It's not a
She is the one
penalty.
that's not
It's
working.
not a penalty.
My $100 a month is not meant to supplement her entire lifestyle. I go to
it's
work to
not.
cover.
Objection, Your Honor. Is there
Sir,
a question?
once again, I don't care what she does with the money, but assuming that you had the child, uh, you think you'd be able to raise the child on $100 a month? I don't think so. So I mean,
Sir,
that argument is over.
Your Honor, that was never my answer. That was never my answer. I never used those words because I don't think that that's permissible. I do have more questions for Kenesha, Your Honor, that are completely relevant.
Go right ahead.
All right. So Kenesha, are you using the state to enforce something that you don't agree with?
Objection, Your Honor. Enforcement is not
That's
in
not
play
relevant.
right
Well, I have another question.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me. Let me actually pull it back up on my laptop. Give me just a few seconds here. Okay, Kenesha, do you have your driver's license?
No.
Objection, relevance, Your Honor.
What is the relevance of that, sir?
No.
Your Honor.
That has no relevance on how much child support you're going to pay. Whether she has a driver's license or not has no relevance. Next question.
Objection, Your Honor. The reason why I state that that has relevance is because this affects future decisions for our daughter.
Okay, it's overruled.
Yes, sir.
Go on to the next question.
All right. Kenesha, you stated you are not currently employed. Are you applying for jobs?
All the time.
Objection, Your Honor.
Whether she's employed or not makes no difference, sir.
Well, the reason why that's relevant, sir, is because her needs are going to be based off of her availability to secure securities for herself also.
No, that's not relevant, sir. Whether she's working or not is not relevant on to how much you have to pay child support.
Okay. Kenesha, right now I can't afford to pay more than $300 a month for both children, all expenses. If I do, I'm gonna have to move. Now, Your Honor,
what is the question, sir?
um, are you willing to agree to a total of $100 a month for Africa and $50 for the arrears? That will put it at 150 moving forward, but that would have to be for the duration of just for the duration of this agreement, because this doesn't need to be revisited because I'm an active father. I'm more valuable as a present father than an increased amount of money, which is evident with me.
You're making some kind of an argument right now, sir. You're not asking a question.
Right.
Oh, I was asking Kanisha if she was okay with that number, just 100 in total.
Well,
$50 plus $50 for arrears and $50 for child support.
I assume she's going to rely on whatever my decision is.
I'm going with the state.
Okay.
They did offer you a lower monthly payment this time. That's because you were working less. So they'll have to adjust what you're doing.
Wait a minute, Miss Roy. You answered the question.
I'm sorry.
You need to wait for the next question. You have another question, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Kanisha, do you think that the amount of child support is going to affect my quality of life and affect Africa's also?
I don't understand that question, sir.
Well, sorry, this is what I posed to Kanisha in the past. When my income,
Objection, Your Honor.
I didn't
There's no
understand.
question.
I didn't understand that the question, whether it's going to affect your quality of life, the amount of child support you have to pay.
yeah, whether it's
Yeah.
going to affect me, the outcome of my daughter
The amount.
that I can provide. This is my question. Let me reframe. Excuse me. Kanisha, in your honest opinion, do you think that me paying child support is going to affect the impact that I can have on my daughter from reduced funds?
What impact?
Well, sir, I actually provide more for my daughter than her mom. My daughter's home domicile is really here. All of her clothes, all of her toys, she really lives here, but Kanisha took the child and then applied for child support as if she really needed child support. But I've always been present in my daughter's life. So
Well,
that's been the issue, is that
I expect every parent to be present in your daughter's life and then their child's life. I mean, what's so different about that?
because the amount that I pay affects how much of the quality I can provide. Kanisha stated earlier that money doesn't matter. I agree. I was raised in a foster home, and it was with a lot of love, and I'm a great human because of it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just going to have to object.
All right.
This is not closing statements.
Sustain. Yeah, you're making a. Now is the time that you can ask a question, sir, not make statements. I'll give you an opportunity to make a statement at the end of the hearing as your argument. But right now, you need to ask relevant questions regarding child support.
Okay.
That's all it is, regarding child support and how much the arrearage is and how much you're going to pay it off on.
Okay, I digress. I can afford 50 and
Are you making a statement, sir?
no, I'm asking the question. Kanisha, do you agree that $100 is enough for the $50 in support and $50 in arrearage? That way I don't have to move.
Okay. Let me start by saying money doesn't matter, but at the same time, what you do or however you move, that's not my business. So I feel whatever the court orders, I'm okay with. I'm staying out of it. I don't think you should.
Okay, ma'am. Do you have another question, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir. Kanisha, have I expressed to you in the past that if my income is reduced, then I am going to move definitely?
Yes, but I still don't think that's my
Oh,
business.
well, all
That's
right. All right. The
Suggestion,
answer to
Your Honor.
that is yes. Okay.
Well, the relevance of that, Your Honor,
No,
is
no,
I
no,
don't.
no, no, no. She answered it. She said yes. You
Okay.
have expressed to her that you would have to move. She
Okay,
said yes.
Kanisha, with that being said, would you rather me have to move any further or possibly back home with my family for support away from my daughter, or would you rather have child support?
That's not relevant, sir.
It's not relevant.
Her opinion of, that is not really relevant.
Okay. Last question is, Kanisha, the amount of $100. Um, are you okay not having insurance and still? Wait, Your Honor, I need to address something before this question. This is very important to me. Excuse me.
But no. You're going to have to ask a question. That's all you're doing right now.
Okay, Kanisha, do you effectively co-parent?
That has nothing to do with child support.
Well, sir, the issue is I am more than willing to provide the unlimited resources for my daughter, but if she states that she needs money, it's a false narrative, and that looks bad because
Suggestion, Your Honor. Is
Mr.
there a
Johnson,
question?
Mr. Johnson, she could be a millionaire and you're still going to be ordered to pay child support. Doesn't make any difference what her position is. You're the one that has a duty to pay child support under the law. If she could have $10 million in her bank account, you would still have to pay child support.
I agree, Your Honor. However, I know that the law is not
All right, you're
is
making an
meant to
argument
guide
now.
him. I'm sorry, sir. I just in the past it's been forced on me, and that's what's led to my bankruptcy. And I've always just tried to petition
Child
for.
support will always be forced on you, sir.
That's a violation of my rights.
Well, then, do what you think you need to do if you think that's a violation of your rights. The rights that she has is to receive child support from you
However, I
in
agree,
the
sir.
amount that's provided for in the guidelines, or somewhere close to that, or there has to be some unusual reason why I wouldn't follow the guidelines.
Absolutely concur, sir. However, the laws are meant to guide human decision. There are no immutable laws that we can that really dictate the universe. So with that being
Objection, Your
said,
Honor. Is there
Sustained.
a question?
Sustained. Do you have a question, sir? Now you're
um,
arguing. Now you're arguing with me.
no. I was my question I don't think was ever answered by Kanisha actually, because
What
It
was the
doesn't.
last question?
It doesn't make any difference if she has what money she has or doesn't have, sir. I think you were trying to say, well, she's got some money, so I don't have to pay that much child support.
no, that's not honestly what I was alluding to, sir. Honestly,
Okay, then what is the question again? That's what I
um
understood.
I was really trying to look for in the future towards future predictable occurrences that foreseeable and the amount
We
and
can't. We're not looking for the future. We're talking about the present right now. If something comes up in the future, there's another modification can be filed. Always there can be a modification filed.
yes, sir. Now, however, in the past, I've been denied a modification all the way up until this point for about 10 years. So I
You
agree
have
that there is a process in place. It just hasn't worked for my.
Objection, Your Honor. Once again, there's no question being presented before the court, Your Honor.
sustained.
Um, I digress. However, I would like to digress with closing statements.
Well, we're not there yet. All right,
Okay.
Ms. Jeffries, do you have any further questions of this witness?
No, Your Honor, I have no further questions.
All right, Mr. Johnson, do you have any witnesses you wish to present?
No, wasn't aware that I could have any witnesses present. Could I use?
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Miss Roy, do you have any witnesses you wish to present or call?
Your Honor, I don't know if we just lost Miss Roy.
Where is she? Oh, that's Vanessa Clark. Entered the waiting room. Who's Vanessa Clark?
She's the.
I don't want to admit her, right?
That should be on the next case, Your Honor.
All right. Here's somebody named Cernick. I don't know what they're doing on the screen.
I have no idea.
I'm the attorney for John Clark.
Okay. Well, we're not on that case right now, Miss Cernick. Okay. Can you take yourself off the screen at this point and mute yourself, please? Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor, could I interject briefly while we take a quick recess?
Interject.
Yes. I would just like to state that the benefit or the welfare of my daughter is very
Your
important.
Honor, I'm sorry. Miss Roy is not on the line, so I would just object to any statements being made with her not being present before.
That's sustained. She needs to get back on. She needs to be aware of what it is you're saying, sir. How are you going to get a hold of her, Miss Jeffers?
Oh, I'm gonna call
I'm
her.
trying to reach her by phone, Your Honor.
Oh. Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Is this a good time to present discovery?
No, discovery is long gone. Miss Jeffries, were you able to get in touch with her? No. All right, we're going to recess until we can get this thing straightened out, and where everybody can be on the screen.
Okay, and I left a message with her. Are we gonna go on to the next matter or?
Yes, we're going to recess at this point.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you can turn off your screen at this point. He's recessing it until Ms. Roy can log back in for us.
All right. Oh, can I say one last thing before we go?
No, sir, you can say it when we get back.
Okay, thank you.
Now, Ms. Jeffers, are you doing the Clark matter?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm
Okay.
the attorney should be here. Ms. Matafano, is your client here as well? Ms. Matafano. I'm just waiting on Mr. Clark. Is he here or?
Second ago, tell him.
I don't know if Ms. Montefano is also frozen at this time, Your Honor.
I'm here.
We can hear you. Where's your client?
He said he got logged off.
There he is. There he is. There he is. Hold on a minute. There he is. Sideways. There we go.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I didn't think I should be on there, so I jumped
Okay.
off.
Yes, sir. All right. This is cause number 2018-29495 in the interest of Cameron Clark. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child. Ma'am.
Vanessa Clark, mother.
All right. And representing Ms. Clark.
Your Honor, Teresa Waldrop on behalf of Ms. Clark.
Okay. Sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Jonathan Wayne Clark, and I'm the father.
And representing the father.
Anthem Alfitano.
Okay. And representing the state.
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor, for the Office of the Attorney General.
All right. We've got a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm arrearage. What are we doing today?
Your Honor.
Commissioner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Jeffries.
Yes, Ms.
Yeah.
Jeffries.
At this time, Your Honor, we are approaching because Ms. Waldrop actually is requesting time to reset to obtain some discovery. My understanding is Ms. Montefano would like to proceed today, Your Honor, at least with 10 orders in this case.
All right, Ms. Walter.
Yes, Your Honor. We have learned that Mr. Clark has taken some distributions from a 401k. I don't know whether that occurred in 2020 or 2021. That was learned today. It was after our little conference that a 2020 W-2 form was produced, but I've seen no 1099s produced today for the distribution. I have no information about that. There is also a case pending pertaining to Mr. Clark and another child in Williamson County. And right now the percentage is 17.5% that's being paid. But my understanding is this other child has aged out. And so the percentage should change to 20%. I'm being told, however, that the other case is claiming an adult child disability. So we would ask the court for a reset to conduct discovery on income from 1099s and actual distributions. And we would also ask that it be reset until after the case in Williamson County. And that case is OAG number 00100949996. And that's cause number 21-0074-FC3. Someone filed a motion for continuance. I don't know if that was Mr. Clark or the OAG's office, but the next trial setting in that case is on 5/20 of 2021. So we would ask that for a reset to allow discovery and for that case to occur. So we'll know whether it should be 17.5% or 20%.
Ms. Malfitano, do you have a
Yes, sir.
response?
Yes, I do. As far as the Williamson County case, Ms. Wardroff has again said it wrong. The child is, they're trying to get disabled support. So we're waiting for discovery for that, but her child support is continuing. So he is paying on the other child and he's currently unemployed. He's been unemployed for a year. His unemployment is about to go up. I filed our exhibit list. If you look at exhibit 4, it shows that his maximum benefits for unemployment has almost been paid. There's only $1,042 left. We've had this case going on for a while.
Judge,
He's paid off the arrearages, and there's a receipt for exhibit 1 is a receipt that he paid the $600, so he's not in arrearages. And he's been paying monthly. He just can't pay the whole. He hasn't been able to pay the whole amount. And we're asking. I mean, this case has been going on for a while, and Ms. Wardroff hasn't filed any discovery. And my client is struggling to pay both supports on unemployment that's about to end. So I ask if you decide to reset it, that we at least get temporary orders to give him some relief so he can survive. He is looking for a job. He's an upper management He's a software engineer, so it does take him a little bit longer. He was laid off almost a year ago, and he is trying to gain new employment from that.
All right. I mean, this can be retroactively ordered if there's going to be a modification, a lowering, whatever. But I'm going to transfer this case to the 247th District Court and order the domestic DRO mediation be had.
Okay.
Thank you,
Jim.
Honor. May be excused.
Yes, thank you.
Attorney Waldrop and Attorney Malfitano, I will send you the referral to district and the DRO mediation form later today. It's my docket, so just give me until mid, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, I believe we have Ms. Roy back on that other case. She's just connecting to audio at this time.
There's Miss Roy.
Hey, sorry, the phone went out.
All right, and Mr. Johnson, you want to unmute yourself?
Mr. Johnson, if you're there, can you turn on your video for us, please?
I'm trying to.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Ms. Jeffries, did you have anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to go over the child support amounts based on the information that the court was given, if I may, Your Honor.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Your Honor, if I may, I do have something I'd like to share.
I'm going to allow you to make a statement, sir. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Jeffries is going to make her statement first. Then we'll have you make your statement, and then Ms. Roy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ms. Jeffries.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just pulling up the numbers right quick. Give me 1 moment. Your Honor, so if we look at the testimony that was provided by Mr. Johnson, he said he averages from 10 to 15 hours a week at HEB. Based on 15 hours a week, his gross income would be $1,040, giving him credit for $80 in just health insurance, giving him one other child, the child support would have been $154. If we only looked at 10 hours a week, then his gross income would come out to $6. And the child support would actually only be $100.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up on that. What?
Sure, Your Honor. I'll go back to the 10 hours a week at HEB, Your Honor. If we looked at the fact that he is saying he only makes 10 hours a week or 10 hours a week at $16 an hour, I think his gross income is $693.33. And the child support would actually be $100, giving him credit for one other child, and also considering the $80 that he pays for health insurance. The arrears based on the date of yesterday, 3/14 of 2021 for child support would have been $3,824.09. The recommended payout on that, Your Honor, is $70 per month.
How much did you say? 3,000? Okay.
Yes. For the medical support arrears, it is $2,158.25, Your Honor. And the recommended payout on that, Your Honor, would be $60. It is the state's position, Your Honor, that Mr. Johnson is enrolled in school, and that is a choice that he's made, and that child support is still due, and that he still has a duty to support. However, we will go with whatever the court approves as far as what the recommended child support amount should be. Based on a minimum wage presumption, again, the child support would be $154, but I just want the court to have those numbers in before them.
Did you say 154 or 164?
154.
Okay.
Based on minimum wage, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you want to make a statement?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. All right. So I currently owe the IRS I have my information here to show that it's like 975. I'm a little behind on my taxes. And I also wanted to present this check that I had for $0.00. That was because I worked maybe less than 15 hours and the child support took all of my money. So I wanted to show that because I've been saving this to show that that's the type of economic hardship that it costs if the amount is unreasonable considering future market occurrences. So I would like to state that I can afford a total of 300 for both children with 150 for each child. That has been my target goal forever. However, I've always gotten legal dissent and really a violation of my rights and never really had the ability to negotiate or petition for it. Again, all of my petitions were denied.
Miss Ray, you have anything that you wish to say?
Um, well, no, because it doesn't concern this case. It concerns the case.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would just like to correct the record. I told you based off of minimum wage, it was 154. The actual amount based off of minimum wage presumption, the child support should actually be 185. I'm sorry about that.
And you want the arrearage as of today, Miss?
As of yesterday, Your Honor, 14 of 2021.
All right.
Your Honor, I have a question.
All right. The court awards arrearage judgments and the amounts of $3,824.09 for child support to be paid at the rate of $50 a month, and cash medical support in the amount of $2,148.25 to be paid at the rate of $40 a month. Beginning April 1st, 2021. All arrearages are as of March 14th, 2021. Child support modification is granted. Fathers to pay child support in the amount of $185 a month beginning April 1st, 2021. Anything further, Ms. Jeffries?
Court cost, Your Honor,
Not later than what date? May.
May 15th.
Fathers ordered to pay court costs of this bill not later than May 15th, 2021. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Give me an order. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused, sir?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Roy, Mr. Johnson, the child support officer is going to draft that order based on the court's ruling. If you have further questions, you can